All right. How can one accept a person's difference without trying to change them or even ignore their flaws? What I mean is, how can we work together as believers even with our differences? Okay, I think that's better. Either because um when you are trying to help a person, it doesn't mean you have to overlook all the mistakes, because if you see mistakes and you don't talk, you are not helping the person. Because if you don't correct the mistake, you are indirectly condemning the person. Are you there? If you don't correct the mistake, you are indirectly condemning the person, because you are empowering the person one way or the other to continue in that act. Are we together? So that's it. All right. What do you do now? When you it is possible to work together. Are you there? Even when we have our differences, of course, we do not all like the same things. Are you there? So our what we call likes, what we develop interest in, are not the same. So for everybody, even to food, there are some foods you like, there are some food. Sometimes it's so funny that your best food is something that somebody close to you doesn't like. And this time you are eating, the person is like, oh, hey, then meanwhile, that's your best food. It happens like that sometimes. So in working together as believers, we must understand that we have differences. And we must be able to acknowledge it, identify it, and be able to work with it. There are things to change. There are things that you cannot change. So that's one thing we must note. It's not everything about the person you will change. There are things that should be changed, and there are things that you don't change. You don't even try to change. Are we there? For example, um, if somebody is self-centered, that's attitude, right? So we can work on that together in a relationship and ensure that that thing is solved. Because if you don't deal with that, if you go into marriage, you will suffer. But when you talk about maybe the person is sleeping and is snoring, are you there? That one, you know, are you there? That one is something. There are some things that what I'm trying to say, there are some things that you just have to endure. There are some things that you change. There are some things that you learn to live with. That's the truth. There are some things that will change, and there are some things we learn to live with. It can be stature. Because you can marry somebody that is slim, and then after birth, the person is now fat. You don't now start putting the person under pressure. Please be slim. No, you live with it. Are we together? So that's it. So one thing we need to do to help one another, even as believers, is let's identify those things that should change according to biblical standard, and the things that we can live with. So those ones that we know that will not change, we learn to live with it, and those ones that should change will know what to do to help the person to change, especially when it has to do with character. It has to change. Are you there? Uh-huh.